Chuck, this is video from your lesson on January 3rd, 2024, part 2. The one on the left is your swing before we started, or as we started. So just look at the swing on the left. So, oops, swing on the left. So So you take it back in good shape, and then you come down and there's the shaft. Your shaft is on your right forearm, and it should be on your left. And then you come through and swing. So again, looking at the one on the left, that your swing. Then after we worked on it, it turned out to be the swing on the right here. So just watch the swing on the right. Take it back in relatively the same spot, and then you come down and see how you're laying it down. It's getting more shallow, and it's right on your forearm. So this swing on the right, take a look at this. You could play with this swing, okay? So now if you look at them together, so I got them semi-seeked at the top. So as they start down, the one on the right is on plane the entire time. The one on the left is a little steep, and it gets steeper. So then it goes here. So watch as they come down together. See, this is, you've over-shallowed it, but that's a good error. And all you have to do is turn the lower body through the ball, and it'll be exactly where it should be. So, and what we're looking for is at this point, the club head slightly inside your hands. Look where the one on the left is. It's like a foot outside your hands. So way better swing on the right. You can actually play with that swing. Let's look closer at it in more detail. So given the fact that, let's assume that you can get in those positions each time. Let's look at some additional details, okay? So we were just looking at swing plane. Let's look at body turn and see what's happening here. So as you take it back, your head moves up, and you come a little bit from the back wall. And then when you come through, you're rotating around your right hip socket instead of your belt buckle, and that's why you're 2 inches away from the back wall. And that's why you kind of hit it off towards the heel, okay? So what we did is we corrected that by using that backboard, and you got that down pretty good. But you still have to work on it. And, the head movement, I'd like to see it calm it down because that's a variable you don't need. But in this case, it's not hurting you because the head is about where it started. At impact, it's about where it started. Okay. So good swing, good follow through. You look at this, you're right on plane on the follow through. You retain a shoulder tilt and a spine angle. All that's really good. The swing is good. This particular one, you just have to get it, your butt stuck against the back wall and feel like through impact, you're pushing that backboard away with your right hip. So that looks good. We'll take a look at the chipping action. The day before the lesson, I saw you on the range, and you're just kind of hacking at it, and your head was spinning back, and it was like you're trying to lift the ball up, and you're just kind of gouging at it. You weren't letting gravity start it and rotate your shoulders through. So we worked a bit on that, and we ended up with this release, which is way better than was at the range. So if we look at just the, okay, so you're setting the wrist gently here, letting gravity start it, rotating through, and see how your lower body is turning through. Well, it wasn't doing that the day before, okay? And you're holding the follow through. It's going to tell you what it looks like. And look, the club face is pointed up. And remember the difference between a full swing and a chip shot. The swings are totally different. In a full swing, on the downswing, we get to a toe up position here. You can see it toe up, and then it's face up. In a full swing, it's toe up here pre-impact, and after impact, it's toe up again. So we rotate the forearms, and everything's fine. So the swing is totally different. Okay, what is not right here? See, the weight's forward here, which is fine, but then watch your head. It kind of reverses out of it. See this? See, it's going back. Yeah. So you're reversing back of it, and so you're lowering that. You're moving the low spot back in your stance, and you're going to hit it fat. Okay. So what we want is that head to be just still. You're in front, and just let it fall, and then rotate around it. That's what you're doing the day before. Is your head was like lurching back. You're flipping at it with your hands, and you still have the head turned. See how so that head just kind of stays right there, and then as you swing through, it's just moving back. Okay. But this, this stroke is quite good. Okay. So now. I look closer at the down the line view, and I wanted to address the number one problem was with you weren't letting gravity start it. You're kind of gouging at it, and you're flipping back, and all sorts of things were going on. So we took a look at that. Looking closer down the line, we can clean some stuff up here also. Okay, so you're taking it back, and see how the toe of the club is not up. Here's the face of the club. The toe of the club is pointed up here. Okay, and the problem with that is you're coming down with, see how the club is still shut? So you got a chance of hitting this thing fat, and maybe that's why you're kind of moving your head out, reversing out of it. Who knows what? But it's got to be toe of the club up, and you get the leading edge out of the. You don't expose the leading edge. You expose the sole of it by. See right now you're cutting under. See how the club face? Okay, that's a good position, but when you come in to hit, it's kind of shut. So you got a chance of jamming it in the ground and hitting it fat. So we want the toe of the club up here, straight up. But also, here's the other thing is so you're coming back. The club face is closed. When you come through, then you open it up and see how it slides under. That's good there, but at impact it's closed. And the other thing is, see, it's not on plane. You're coming down in here. So even on this short little chip shot, that club head, that shaft should be on your forearm. Okay, so you got two things working for you that promotes hitting it fat. One is closed club face. The other is the shaft is too steep. And then you hit it fat enough times, then you jump out of